The first thing that you need when you are planting potatoes in buckets, of course, you're going to need these buckets. So you can go to your local bakery like I do, and I ask for the buckets. You're either going to get them for free or you're going to pay like $1 or $2, like what I did. So don't forget to check out your bakery just like me. Also, I will put a link in the description for these grow bags. Now, the reason why I want to try the grow bags, these grow bags, is because I'm nosy, especially when it comes to my garden. All right, so it has this area where you can peek and look at the potatoes. So I found that to be pretty cool. So I'm also going to be growing in these grow bags with a little peekaboo areas for me to be nosy. So I'll put a link in the description. If you want to try these as well, they'll be down at the bottom. Now it's time for me to show you how to fill these buckets up, and I'm gonna show you what I'm using to fill these up. All right, so I'm gonna use sun grow for the first time. That's gonna be one of my parts in here. I'm gonna use black cow like I did last year, and I'm also using the some topsoil. This is a cheap topsoil from Lowe's, and I already have my sun grow in here, so I'm gonna get that mix going. All right, I'm getting my topsoil, and I'm going ahead dropping that in here. All right, now it's time for me to put my black cow mix in here as well. And once I get it all in here, I'm gonna go ahead and start stirring it around. I wanna get it mixed real well. Now, the reason I'm going to mix it up real well and not just use one thing is because I don't want the soil to be compacted. Last year I had my soil and it was just the black cow and it was compacted. My potatoes did grow, but they were very, very small. And the other reason is you want to mix this up is because you want good drainage. If you don't get good drainage, then the problem you're going to have is, once again, it's going to get waterlogged and the potatoes could rot inside of the bucket, and we don't want that. All right, so that would be a bad thing. We're trying to get a lot of potatoes to grow, so that's why we're gonna use this mix. All right, I'm almost finished, and we'll be getting ready to start to pot these up. Now, before I plant these potatoes, I had to make sure that the potatoes had chitted. All right, so you see it's coming out very nicely. So what I did, I put these in a bag. This is the bag that I put them in, and I put it in a warm area. All right, so I closed the bag down, and a lot of my potatoes look just like this. And this is what you want when you're getting ready to plant your potatoes, to get them on that nice start. So let's make sure we chit our potatoes. So before we plant these potatoes, I want you to be aware of something. So you could take a ruler and put it at the very bottom of the bucket. So you want to draw a line at the 4 inches. All right, so I got 4 inches, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go 10 inches right here, just to give you an idea. Now, when you get ready to fill in our mix that we're about to do, you want to get that fill line right here for the 4 inches. After 4 inches, we're going to go ahead and put our potatoes in. And then after we're gonna put 2 of them inside. And then once you will put them in there, you're going to your fill line. You're gonna fill the rest of your mix up at the 10 inches mark. All right, so the potatoes are going to grow all the way from 10 on down. So they're not gonna go any higher. So you wanna make sure that you fill that up in that area so that you will have a lot of potatoes. And also I'm going, once the chit grows to the line, this is the green line, it's gonna go past that. I'm gonna go another 2 inches and fill in with my mix. And after that, I'm not gonna worry about it, because like I said, all the potatoes are gonna grow from the bottom down. All right, so let's go ahead and fill in our mix. Just make sure you're aware of it. You don't have to be exactly spot on, but you want to be close to those 4 inches. All right, so let's go. All right, so I'm making sure I get to those 4 inch line. with this good, wonderful mix. That's gonna grow us some nice potatoes. All right, so I think we're right at the 4-inch line. So let me bring you in close so you can see how I put these potatoes in. All right, so I want my chits to be facing upward like that. And I'm only putting 2 potatoes in, because if I put too many more in, then this bucket is not gonna have nice producing potatoes, because all the roots are going to be all jumbled up. So make sure you put 2 per bucket. All right, filling them in just like that, and make sure you get it to that fill line, and we'll be on our way to producing some nice, good potatoes. It's time to water, so I'm gonna water these pretty well at the very beginning, because I want the water to get all the way down to the actual potato seed. And I'm gonna see the water on top, so I'm gonna bring you in close so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna water it pretty well, and you're gonna see the water is gonna be up top, just like that, and it's gonna eventually soak down. Like this one is starting to soak down. That's good for the first watering, because this thing is real bone dry, but I won't be watering as much afterwards. All right, so we're gonna let that settle, and we got one more step. All right, now this is my homemade bone meal, and I'll put a link at the end of the video so that you can make some if you want to, or you can just go ahead and buy some as well. All right, but I already have it. So all I'm gonna do, this is for phosphorus, and you know this is for root growth. And I'm going to sprinkle it over top, just like this, pretty good. And I'm gonna water it in, because I want it to get all the way down, because it's gonna strengthen those roots, and all that phosphorus is gonna go soaking down as well. So I'm gonna water one more time. All right, sprinkle your bone meal. Look at that nice homemade bone meal. All right, and water it in. One more time. I'm gonna get that one too. All right, so we're gonna let that settle and let the bone meal do its job over time. The next thing I need to show you is very, very critical. I did this last year. You don't want ants on your hand, so pay attention. All right, you wanna make sure that you don't set these flush at the bottom. You wanna put bricks down here, or some people make a stand, but that's critical. Number one, you don't want the water to have a hard time getting out of the bottom of the bucket. And the next thing is, you don't want ants to be traveling down at the bottom, and they find their way into that nice mix that we made. And if you do that, chances are you're gonna have a lot of ants, bugs, anything else. So just lift it up a little bit so that you'll be well on your way to avoiding that issue, because you don't want ants on your hands like I did. I learned the hard way. So learn from my mistake. Now, if you follow these steps, you're gonna have potatoes coming in no time, but we're gonna do a follow-up video once these bad boys start growing, and I got several more to do. So just do me a favor. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with as many people as you can, and look at the next video for the making of this bone meal to save you some money. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.